The Revell Pulse drone. So, an eBay buy for what I thought was a bargain of £20 plus postage. The drone is based on the h502e, although there is a complete copy apart from in colour. It's by Revell, takes the same Hubsan batteries, the propellers are the same, the camera quality is the same. Yeah, it looked really good. Here's the controller. Just a Hubsan style GPS controller. As you can see, the satellite count there in the middle. Once you've bound the drone, at the bottom you'd get the calibration details and the height and distance and everything shown in the middle. A couple of other buttons like press once for camera, hold for video, and a return to home button, which I tried and unfortunately corrupted the video file. There's the Hubsan battery that came with it. So, short history. The h502c, a Mo-like proprietary battery GPS quad. This is sort of the starting block for most, or one of the oldest ones, of this version. They're all sort of GPS with brushed motors. The h502e, of which the Revell Pulse is based on, is the next one along. Again, GPS, similar style controller and everything. More red than its sort of upgraded brother, the h502s. This one has 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi feed to the screen and also any goggles you wear. I've flown and reviewed all of these that I'm showing you here. The brushed motor, non-proprietary battery 501s, is the biggest of the bunch and the most powerful and heaviest. Comes with a similar controller to the S, and again transmits 5.8 GHz FPV. Moving on, recently we featured this, the 507A. Ours was phone flown. You can get a Bluetooth controller. Again, GPS with a proprietary battery because of that mole face. That seems to be a feature. And a recent addition to what we bought, but I actually sold because I thought I was over these drones and I'd had enough of them, but clearly I wasn't. The 216A, which came with a controller and again featured Wi-Fi rather than 5.8 GHz. So the Pulse, based on the 502e and similar to the C, they don't have any sort of Wi-Fi or transmission. They're Christmas drones. But all of these drones, as I say, are GPS, so you have to do the dance. Hence the coordination here. Putting the £20 drone through its paces and reviewing it in full. Couldn't find any details in the literature relating to Hubsan, but obviously that battery was a dead giveaway. Looking at the motors on the left hand side of the quad, they didn't spin up as fast, but it flies. Currently does in this video anyway. Flew well enough, the GPS satellite's locked on fine, the camera does work, although I corrupted quite a few videos, I think with a return to home and also by taking photographs in the middle of them. So there's not a lot of video footage in this. So the Revell drone performs just similar to the others, no gimbal, so the image bobs around on the SD card recorder when you're flying and taking pictures and filming. As with all of these drones, none of them have gimbals and they all have similar characteristics. But the SD card recorder is a godsend because you do get some good quality video. This is a 720p camera, similar to the E and the S. All but the 501S, the big brushless motor quad, and the 216A feature a 720p camera. Those particular drones have a 1080p camera with a much sharper image. There's some footage of that at the end of the video because although I didn't do a review on the 216A, as I say, I figured I was over these, but they're nice and relaxing to fly. They're a bit of fun in a field and you can get some footage out of them, hence why I took up on this one. I've left the eBay details of why I bought it and how it was advertised at the end, just to see what you think of the actual advertisement. I'm beginning to notice now after the video, spoiler alert, it did fly, it landed, and then it wouldn't take off again. So I think the two motors that don't spin at the start of each takeoff really just burnt out. This is me being filmed by the Tello, flown by JJC. Taking some pictures and trying to do the video. Here's the only bit of video I've actually got that wasn't corrupted, of a field with a couple of dog walkers, and the photographs are all well and good for a 720p camera on a Hubsan. There's us. Hey! All in all, I did enjoy the drone. I would have preferred it to work longer than just the first flight. I'd included a fresh battery of my own to make sure we got a bit more footage out of it. And I do quite like these drones. They are quite easy to fly in terms of characteristics in flight, and you don't have to concentrate too much. I suppose they're a bit of a toy, a bit of something to do, and they're enjoyable. They capture some good footage. Here's the eBay details. As I say, it's classed as used, but also in the description it was mentioned as spares or repair. I guess I should have been wary then. And finally, as I say, I recap with the footage of the 216A with its 1080p camera by comparison, just for the fact that I'm afraid I didn't do a review of this, and maybe I should have done. And now that I've got a couple of broken motors, it's brought the price of a £20 drone a lot closer to something that I let go for £40, which worked. Kind of kicking myself in a way. Yeah, the quality of the 1080p camera is quite good. Gimballess, as I say, wobbly, as with all of them, but good quality nonetheless. Never mind, I'm sure the Pulse will do us good. It was bought on the basis of doing a range test with something I'd spoke to PD Tech about. More of that in another video, mainly because of its non-proprietary battery, as opposed to the other drones I had at the time. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, hope you've enjoyed it, leave your comments below. Bye!